welcome. It's your girl Briera, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. I would like to do a quick angel guide oracle reading for the Leos. This will be an angel guide oracle reading that helps to focus on your strength, heart, and guidance at this time. I would like to call on the Holy Spirit and my spirit team to please come to my side to help me deliver divine messages that is of the highest white light. Remember, these messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, all right? So let's just jump right into your angel guide oracle reading, Leo, and see where your shrimp is at this time and what's in your favor in the current situation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. This is for Leos. What is Leo's shrimp at this time and what's in their favor in the current situation? It's for Leos. Leo's shrimp at this time. Leo's shrimp at this time. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. Leo's shrimp at this time. Leo's shrimp at this time. What is Leo's shrimp at this time? Producing Galactic Council, okay? I feel like it's all about you truly, answering the call, knowing that the more you stay committed and devoted to achieving your goals, your personal goals on a day-to-day basis, the more you set the tone, the more you are in the mood to do things that really brings in the things that you desire the most. And it probably is, some type of renewal period when it comes to a relationship in particular, okay? I feel like it's all about you really doing a mental health check, okay? And really making sure that you are truly answering the calls, that you are allowing for yourself to be guided, not shutting down things because it's not what you want to hear or what you want to see or how you want to feel. You need to feel things, you need to connect to your emotions, and I feel like your guides are here to truly help you. I feel like a new person probably has recently entered into your life as, a friend, because they know that, at this time you need help, even if you don't ask for it, you need help in a particular area of your life. And I feel like, but it requires for you to check in with yourself, for you to know, for you to be, courageous and, confident in who you are, to be able to even ask someone for help. And I feel like that's really important. I feel like, it's some past wounds that still needs to be healed, Leo. That you are far greater, than any past traumas, than any past lovers or, decisions that didn't plan out. It's like we truly all do make mistakes, and sometimes you want what you don't need. Sometimes you it's like, man, you have to grow up, and I feel like someone or even you in particular, had to stop being narrow minded about how to achieve certain goals, how to receive certain fulfillments and all sorts of things. I feel like you needed to learn how to be patient, you know. It was you needed to learn how to be patient, how to slow down. That probably is or was a big lesson for you. Slow down. I feel like, how I feel like it's important for you to just check in with yourself at this time. Look at the patterns. Make sure you aren't in this impatient energy. Make sure that you are really making sure that no past ways of being, seeing, and doing things creep up on you, because not only are, how when someone is like, send out like a wellness check, they have the authorities come and check on you because they haven't heard from you in a while. I feel like that's what your spirit guides is it's like urgent for you to do to yourself. Like, you haven't checked in with yourself in a while. You haven't really been paying attention to the behaviors and the, moving too quick. So it's time to slow down and really reflect on what you are doing and how you are doing it. I feel like carefully weigh your decision when it comes to a new relationship. It's really important, and it might be everything you want it to be, but weigh your decision before making the final decision. That is just it. That is just all. Nobody is saying that it is this or it is not this. It's just weigh your decision. Make sure that it is, you know, good for you. Let's see what the blessings that you carry in your heart, Leo. Palladian activation and Arcturian light codes. Palladian activation and Arcturian light codes. I feel like, I feel like there's some brilliant new ideas with these evolutionary downloads, and future thinking. I feel like, not having a limited outlook or perspective in any way has been truly helping you to future think. Okay, yeah, it's helping you to see that you have to honor and respect everyone and everything, and there is consequences for people's actions. Okay, but it's that mental decluttering that is important at this time, Leo. You need to mentally check in with yourself, have patience with yourself. Journaling it will be helpful, is what I'm gathering. Hmm. I feel like, yeah, it's really important to connect with your emotions at this time. I feel like your hard work is paying off, Leo, so don't worry about that. You have to stay true to yourself. What's the guidance for Leo? It's all about healing. It's about expecting powerful changes as you continue to see that following the voice of your soul or the voice of your heart, however you want to see it, is what's going to bring you this complete happiness. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to force it. It will naturally come to be. It just will. Yeah, with order of Melchizedek coming out. It's like, work on thyself, be true to yourself, be brave. Make sure that you are setting your sights higher, that you aren't just accepting anything because you want it so bad. You aren't just accepting that, you know, things aren't what you desire them to be, because at the end of the day, then that continuously sets the tone for your future happiness. If it's not what you desire it to be, then you gotta reevaluate what is going on. You need to carefully weigh your decision when it comes to moving forward on a relationship. Because at the end of the day, it's like, well, if this isn't what you truly desire, there's going to be some resentment there. There's going to be lack of true love and compassion there in some way, shape, or form, because it's not what you truly desire. And nobody wants to be in a relationship with anyone that isn't truly what they desire, isn't what they truly can see themselves moving in this way. I feel like your family really loves you and they are trustworthy and you need to trust in them. It's like they inspire you to see who you truly are, your worth. Although you probably already know it, it's like you don't have to settle for certain things. I mean, if you do, it is what it is, but you have to know what you truly want. And what you truly want is what you going to get. So if you just want something because it's similar to what you truly desire, then that's what you'll get. But if you're patient, I feel like you can get your true heart's desire. Like you really can. And it would be no doubting that. It will be no having to compromise what you see and what you hear and what you feel when it comes to a particular relationship. It will be. I feel like don't give up though. And I feel like you need to, and I feel like that's something that else that mental state needs to be, checked in on, because like really I be saying this all week, or I've been saying this all week, you truly do need to know your own darkness before you can see or try to sympathize with someone else's darkness, right? It's really true. But I feel like continue to focus on achieving your goals and not giving up. But don't neglect your mental health. Don't neglect the things that needs to be taken care of. Don't overthink anything. Don't allow for yourself to be anxietied out about a outcome or a relationship that you probably need to weigh your decision carefully when it comes to it. This is Venus and Galactic Council. Yeah, it's like somebody is not patient though. Like, it's just so, you gotta know what you want. You know, you gotta know what you want. You just gotta know what you want. Like, what's this Venus and Galactic Council here? The Queen of Swords. I feel like, yeah, it's time for you to shine. Make sure that you aren't in any energy of jealousy either. You need to be happy for individuals, you know, regardless of what the situation is or how things play out to be. That's why I will continue to say that throughout your reading, Leo, that you need to do a mental health check on yourself, because there's no reason to be jealous or try to frown upon someone making a decision that is best for them, that they feel like this is more fitting for me, so this is how I'm going to move. Some things are just a shock to the ego that you have to evaluate and make sure that you aren't in this energy of trying to hold on to something or trying to fit something that does not fit. Is accept people for who they are. And if you truly do love them and you truly do rock with them, you need to see that, you know, wow, maybe I was misinterpreting something and that was truly what you was looking for. And I'm not about to go pretending and trying to be something that I'm not. So I congratulate you on making the decision that was best for you. And it's just that simple. But we're not going to be in any energy of jealousy or overthinking or trying to get some type of lick back because you wasn't picked. It's about you making sure that your mental health is on lock and you are being responsible, connecting with your emotions, feeling what you need to feel. Maybe you've been saddened recently by something, and that's totally fine. But don't neglect yourself and don't go overly doing anything. You be patient with yourself. You love on yourself. You ask for help from those that surrounds you, those trustworthy family members and friends that you know you can rely on, that has proven themselves time and time again. Why the Queen of Swords? The Hermit and the Four of Wands. Yeah. I feel like it's all about that spiritual enlightenment. Making sure that your stability, it's all about stability. Don't let someone, you know, I'm gonna use this as an example, right? I lost my vehicle. I lost a vehicle about 8 months ago or 10 months ago or something like that. And I was sick to my stomach. Like I was so sad. Oh, I was so sad that I had to work the next day, and I called off work because I just laid in the bed and I moped and I whined and oh my goodness, I was so uncertain about what was going on and how to move and blah blah blah. But I feel like, you know, just from experience, you have to pull yourself up. Maybe take a day, but that's it. You cannot be neglecting anything. You have to continue to move forward. You have to stand strong. You have to move. You have to do what you need to do to make sure that you aren't neglecting anything, that your stability is intact, regardless of what's lost, regardless of what's delayed, regardless of how things are playing out. You have to be who you are. I feel like that patience, though, is needed more than ever. You have to be cautious. I'm not saying be in this energy of fear. I'm not saying of not taking action, not being, you know, in relationships that is intimate and loving or whatever, but make sure that you aren't neglecting your stability, okay? And that's just what the truth is. I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe that's probably something. That's why you have to check in with your mental health, because maybe you saw something, you know, you were told something, that this was going to be the future and this is how this was going to be, and then not even a week later, things changed or something else was shown, like, and it probably threw you off, or it could probably throw you off. That's why you have to be balanced, okay? And I'm not saying to not trust people, but you, you have to understand that, I don't even know how to say it without saying it. It's just something was shown, like, on an intimate level, not sexual, intimate. It's a difference. Something was shown on an intimate level for a period of time, and then something was shown that contradicted what was said and shown. So, if you wasn't mentally checking in on that mental health, you probably would have went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because someone is a very sensitive being, and I don't know. It's like I feel like they feel like they're always being tested in some type of way. They feel like, is when things are a little too easy, they question it. So they're never really like, wow, they're just optimistic about certain things, and whatever comes from that. But until something is actually true, it really it's like, okay, we will see. And that's how you need to approach everything, because your intuitive gifts, your psychic abilities, they have heightened, and you need to trust in them. You need to trust and use discernment and logic with dealing with new relationships and new people and things that just seems too good to be true. What's this Palladian activation with Arcturian light codes? There is consequences for treating people bad with the devil coming out. You know, there's consequences for treating people bad. You can do whatever you want to do and however you want to do it. But that magician energy, that trying to manipulate and deceive and decept and be possessive and controlling, it will get you as far as someone will allow it to. So you be careful and you understand your own darkness before trying to deal with someone else's darkness. Why the devil come out? Extraordinary efforts. Unwise, but extraordinary. With the Eight of Swords, you know. I feel like someone might have thought you were truly hoodwinked in some way, shape, or form, but maybe you are. That's why you gotta mentally check in with yourself. You have to really make sure. But it's just some unforeseen things that comes from treating people bad, that comes from neglecting and trying to mentally mess with individuals. There's unforeseen things that comes with that, so you have to be careful. I feel like someone tried to deliver some bad news to you, thinking that it will throw your mental state off, but I don't think that works, and it shouldn't work. So if you do somehow get bad news after watching this, you need to transmute that. You need to change that. You need to be grateful for what life has already offered you, presented you, that, you know, hey, this is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna take a moment, a day, whatever, feel what I need to feel and move on. Continue to work hard and be devoted and committed to achieving your goals. This is Order of Melchizedek with the Two of Cups. Yeah, it's definitely something dealing with a relationship, a partnership, a family. I feel like your mission is uncovered, so don't give up. Just make sure that you are weighing your decision, that you aren't just jumping into bed with any old body, that you aren't just marrying any old body, that you aren't just doing things just to be intimate and romantic and, you know, just to say you have someone. Make sure it's true. Make sure it's equality. Make sure it continues to inspire you to achieve your goals. Make sure that it is uplifting. Make sure it is equal give and take. Shared visions and values. Why did Two of Cups come out? With the Knight of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. It's like some... The answers you need are coming. It's what I'm gathering, okay? And you have to be careful because I feel like too much work, too much slandering and babbling. And that's the guidance that you need to focus on. That something is designed to look a certain way for a certain reason. And someone just continues to fall for the bait every time, and it just brings some type of sickness and sadness to their lives. A lot of spying tactics as well. But you need to stay focused. And that's all I can say, Leo. You stay focused. You take care of your family, your children. You raise them up to be young ladies, gentlemen, women, men that respects themselves and others, that treat others how they truly want to be treated. I'm gonna let you go. Remember, like, share, subscribe if this video resonated or this reading resonated with you, Leo, okay? I thank you for being here, and I'm sending you peace, love, and light. And until next time.